Richard, I am assuming you loved the way Deebo responded to Micah right out of the Richard Sherman playbook. The floor is yours.
Yes, I loved it, Skip, because to the winner go the spoils. You get to say whatever you want. And yes, Deebo is right, Skip. It could have been worse because if they didn't sit their starters for the entire fourth, it could have got uglier. Probably 2 to 3 more touchdowns uglier. So it could have been 56 or 62 to 10. And you could have left Nicholas, John Bosa, Fred Warner, and Talanoa Hufanga in the game, and it could have got even uglier. But at this point, he's saying, just sit down and be quiet because y'all doing talking. Y'all were doing talking before the game. Did you hear the San Francisco 49ers before the game? Just another game. We're just going out here, another opponent, yada, yada, yada. Like, again, you talk about all the dogs y'all got, a lot of barking, not bite. No bite. I hear barking, but no bite. And so when you do a lot of barking, but you don't have bite, you got guys with real bite that'll come at you and say, hey, I'm calling you bluff. I'm calling you bluff because they're not intimidated by Micah Parsons. They're not scared of Micah Parsons. They've seen Micah Parsons over and over and over, and they're not intimidated. So you talk about, hey, you got all these bullies, we got all these dogs. The bully gets bullied sometimes, Skip. When you're the biggest, you're the baddest, and you pretend you're rah, 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 rah. Somebody hits you in the mouth for real, and they say, hey, now who you bullying? Oh, you're not really a bully anymore. Okay, well, go sit down over there.
Yeah, I mean, look, what else is Deebo going to say? I mean, the truth
Well, he could say nothing.
No, the truth is the truth. I'm not going to say nothing because you started it. And when you started, I'm going to finish it with something nice and simple, just like Deebo said. In the end, it could have gotten a little worse. And next time they see him, if you don't make those, if you see him, and you don't make the necessary adjustments and your team doesn't come to play, you're going to get run out of the building again. And this time it'll be San Francisco again because they already beat you in the head-to-head. And I don't see where the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the division. And I don't see where all of a sudden they're going to be, the San Francisco 49ers will be looking for a wild card on the road. That's not going to happen. So you're going to have to go back to Candlestick. I don't know why I keep calling it Candlestick.
Because that's where you play.
You're going to have to go back to Candlestick Park and deal with them in the San Jose area if that's what you choose to do. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble, Skip. I mean, that's just, it is what it is, man. It's not, the Cowboys right now are not worthy enough to say anything. Just be quiet. Play football. Focus in on Monday night. You got a big test ahead of you. Because if you fail this test, I got something for you later on that one. I got something for you later on that one, Skip.
Well,
I was pleasantly surprised that Deebo fired back because he could have just taken the position you just took, which is, I don't even want to comment on those guys. They're irrelevant. They're not worth my words. They're beneath us. You could go that way.
They're worth
it's hard to go that way when I got somebody chewing my ear off.
Okay, but I got to tell you, if he had gone that way, the way I would respond to that, it would just tear me apart because that would hurt more than what he did. I appreciated what he did. He tried to fight fire with fire because I tell you guys over and over, trust me on this. I've been doing this for a long time. This team, for years and years, since Jimmy Johnson was no longer there, it needs external motivation. I know Bill was there for a minute.
We gave him a lot of it last week.
Okay, external. But I told you what was happening after Arizona. They got nuked by everybody. They were garbage. They were poop.
We nuked them last week, Skip.
Okay, all right. You didn't nuke them last week.
We called them softies. We called them softies right here on your show, Skip.
But they couldn't accept that because they had just hung a 38-3 on the greatest coach ever.
And me, you, and Sherman can hang 30 on New England.
Okay, you say that now, but you both picked New England to win the game because you thought they were still New England.
No, we wanted New England
You thought they were still Belichick.
We thought that Mac Jones would play better. Yes, we did.
And you thought that Zeke would run it down Dallas's throat, and he couldn't.
Yes, we did. And he didn't.
Because of all that, the Dallas locker room said, watch this. All right, well, they did, and they go out, and you laugh now, but you both picked freaking New England.
They got beat by 32.
You both lost dinners to me because I said, no. They're going to crush this team.
I'm okay with that,
They're
Skip.
going to crush this team.
I'm okay with that.
Okay? Well, that's what happened. It's external motivation because we know Mike McCarthy can't motivate his way out of a paper bag. We know that Dak Prescott is not a natural-born leader who can inspire an entire locker room. He's not built that way. He's never demonstrated that kind of leadership capability to me over 8 long years. So what happens is this happens. So to your point, one of two things is going to happen. Either they're so psychologically devastated that they can't even pick themselves back up, even with an extra day to prepare for the Chargers out here in L.A. on Monday night, or the same thing is going to happen with nuclear force, where they hear all week long, this is it. They are done. It's over and it's out. They can't win with Dak Prescott. The defense sucks. Everybody sucks. The dogs they did a lot of pregame yapping, but they got no bite. So they've heard this all week long.
I said it last week.
They have been eliminated, basically. It's over for the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm pretty sure they're going to respond the way they always respond, because in the big picture of things, they have firepower. We have seen them blow people out. Even this year, they beat the Giants 40-0. It's hard to beat your division rival 40. I don't care what you say. Yes, it is.
So hard.
It is. It's 40-0.
Everybody's blown
opening Sunday night up there. Are you kidding me?
Everybody's blown.
They left that team for dead.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat the Jets, who had just beaten the Buffalo Bills 30-10. It's hard. It's hard to beat the greatest coach ever, Bill Belichick, who had just beaten the Jets. He had just beaten the Jets, and you guys swallowed the bait, hook, line, and sinker. You took the bait.
So, Skip, answer this. So, where was this motivation against the San Francisco 49ers? It was not there. Me and Key sat here and said, hey, you're going to get beat by a better team. They're better than you in every level. You're not that good. They pissed Dak Prescott off in the press conference. Oh, you want to piss me off? All they were talking about all week is how motivated. This is their championship, all the way to their head coach. This is more than just a game for us. And you got beat by 32, Skip. So I don't care about this external motivation or whatever. Even your line is not even Super Bowl anymore. You're like, hey, we're going to make the playoffs. Oh, Skip, now your barometer, now you're moving the goalpost, because at first it was, hey, we're going to the Super Bowl, NFC Championship or bust. Now you're like, we're going to make the playoffs.
I did that before.
What I'm saying is this team
we
is
lost
irrelevant.
Trevon Diggs. We lost one of the best corners in the league.
No question.
We did.
What I'm saying is Deebo Samuel, when he talks with a pack of wolves behind him. When Micah Parsons talks,
he might be the lead wolf.
He might be the lead wolf, but then you got Fred Warner, then you got Nicholas John Bones, then you got Trent Williams. Then you got people that you got to deal with. When Micah Parsons talks, who else you got to deal with? Who else you see back there that's going to stand up to fight that group? Obviously, clearly, nobody, including himself. So I hear you, Skip.
Usually people that talk, Skip, that don't necessarily back it up. They're not taken serious.
Okay, so there are two people on my offensive line. Help me out here. Tyron Smith went to the University of Southern California.
That's my guy.
Is he a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Absolutely.
Does he talk?
Absolutely.
No, doesn't say a word. I don't even know what he looks like. I've never seen his face in an interview.
Big.
I know he's really big.
Big human being.
Zach Martin.
Haven't heard him say
he's on his way.
Is he a first?
Yeah,
I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Does he talk?
Does he talk? I see a little piece of quote here and there, but I don't really see his face on camera
But I'm not expecting my offensive lineman to say anything other than maul somebody, physically take advantage of that individual, pound on them, and keep it moving. That's all I expect from my offensive lineman. But when you have your skill position players and you have your linebackers and those type of guys, you expect for them to step up to the plate and hit a home run every single night.
Okay. All right. So Deebo just stepped up to the plate, and he took it to another level. He said it could be worse than 42-10.
Yeah.
I needed that. We needed that. Because now, San Francisco, you have to back this up.
Yeah, they backed it up on the field already.
They already put 40. What you want to put 43 on you? You'd be happy if it was
45?
Like 45. You just got smacked by 42. What was it, a 32-point deficit? Come on.
Wait. We're barely into October.
You're barely into 48 hours away from the game that he just beat you in.
Not only that, you're barely into October, skipping. You're already calling for the quarterback's head.
I've been calling for it for 3 years.
Okay?
Okay?
You're jumping off the ship.
Okay, but my point is, we just played them in back-to-back playoff games, and you say, oh, it's ancient. It's not ancient history. It was each of the last 2 years we played them in the playoffs, and they sent us home. But guess what? If Dak Prescott had taken it down a little quicker and gotten the ball,
if it was a fifth, we
were about to have a throw from 20 yards away into the end zone in the first playoff game at home to win the football game.
You didn't.
Last year, Dak missed 5 throws, including a late deep throw to Michael Gallup, who was wide open.
Playing against the
and if
championship
he hits it, he's wide open. The play has been done. It is made. The play is made. The quarterback just has to finish off the play by getting the ball deep to Michael Gallup. If he gets it to him, we're having a very different conversation because it was 19-12.
But the problem with that,
19-12, so we lost by 6 and we lost by 7.
I understand that, Coach, but the problem is
so it wasn't 42-10, 42-10, and 42-10.
It still was a loss on your postseason record.
So
all this if we'd have thrown the football to me more in the Super Bowl, I probably could have been MVP. But guess what? It didn't happen.
Okay, but
I could talk about this if about our Super Bowl if they would have handed the ball, but whatever, Skip. We didn't hand it off. Yes. But guess what, Skip? If. The thing about football is it's a great barometer. When you get to go head to head and you get to measure yourself man a man, and they just measured themselves and they were found wanting.
Speaking of measuring, Skip, Jerry Jones said the week prior to the game or the week leading into the game.
He did.
This is a great measuring to understand where we're at as a team. 42-10 tells me you're nowhere damn near anywhere close.
But his big point was they're going to have to come through us.
Yeah, he said that, but he also said we can measure where we're at against them.
That's all it was.
42-10
I got it.
Is no measure. It ain't nothing.
Okay, but my locker room does know, because most of the same guys were all there, that they played in playoff games, this very same group with all these next level players, all these stars. They're all there. All the same guys were out on the field. Same quarterback was there last year. They know they took them to the wire twice. They know it was a 7-point game and a 6-point game the last 2 years. They know that, okay? So San Francisco, as I said to Open Monday show, they maxed out. That they can't play better than they played.
They can play a lot better.
No, they cannot.
Because they don't have to take their starters out, Skip. Okay. They could not take their starters out.
But they maxed out for 3 quarters. You can't do it better, and we crapped out. They maxed out, we crapped out.
I can only
we were not ready to play.
I can only go by personal experience. When you say the same players were there, the same players were there, it was close, it was this, it was that. I played against the Philadelphia Eagles.
You've made this
in the regular season. Yes. They beat us. We went back for the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, but they'd beaten you regularly before that.
Regularly before that. We took care of business at the NFC Championship game. We slapped them upside their head. Same team comes back to open up the link in Philadelphia. Same team. They still got this guy. They still got that. Guess what we did? We closed the vet and we opened up the link. You guys have yet to do that with the San Francisco 49ers.
But the 2002 Bucs had like 5 Hall of Famers on the defensive side,
yes, but you touted this team defensively.
I did, and I still believe in it.
Not only that, for the first 4 games, minus the Arizona, you still had them touted as something
because they
really special.
Take the football away like nobody.
Except when it matters.
Over the last 2 years and 4 games, they had doubled San Francisco in takeaways.
And they also doubled in San Francisco in giving it away.
Hold on. In a game where when it matters, Skip, you talk about all this. Empty stats, like I told you. These are empty stats because when they're facing the San Francisco 49ers, the 49ers quadrupled them. It was 4-to-1 turnover ratio. So you could say, we lead the league in turnovers. Well, guess what? When you play teams that have good players, you get blown out. So that's all that matters. You know what? I don't care how you play. San Francisco
put up a bunch of empty stats on Sunday night at San Francisco because it's week 5. I don't really care that much about week 5. I'm fine. Onward and upward.
Now you don't care about week 5. So now you don't care about week 5.
I don't.
2 weeks ago, you cared about week 4 and week 3.
He cared about week 1.
And opening day and week 1. You cared about that.
No.
But now you don't care about week 5.
It's not over.
He cared about week 1 when they had sacks.
It's a long season.
I never said it was over yet.
Yes, you're trying to.
Not yet.
You creep right up to the edge of it, and then you think, uh-oh, it's the Dallas Cowboys. I better be careful because I'm going to step in it if I step over the line.
If that's the case, I've been in TV 18 years now. I've been in 18 years.
Well, I've been in like 40.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
I've been in 18 years. I know you've been in the 40.
Yeah.
For 18 years,
So?
I've been saying the same thing about the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
I've been stepping in it. And guess what the results have been? The same.
Okay.
It's been the same.
They've made the playoffs a bunch of times. They just haven't gotten over the hump. And right now, they're stuck with a quarterback you cannot trust in the biggest
Now
games.
we don't
It's as
like the
simple as
quarterback
that.
again.
So now we don't like him. We've never liked the quarterback. When have we ever?
Okay.
For the last 3 years.
All right.
It's 8 years in.
So y'all didn't like him. Y'all didn't like Romo.
They don't like nobody.
Y'all don't like nobody at the quarterback position.
Well, I like Troy Aikman. I like Roger Staubach. I like Don Meredith. I loved all those guys. If I could have any one of those three back, I'd be good to go.
You can't, Skip.
Yeah, okay. All right. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.